Hello and welcome. I am Dogbert and I am here to talk about a game I've been playing for a little bit now. Not too long, I'm still pretty new. And that is this game, Transformers Earth-Wars. Now it is about as old as Marvel Strike Force, but I find it a very interesting game because I always loved Transformers growing up, still do to this day. And I've been playing this game and it's a bit easier than Marvel Strike Force, but the one thing I also noticed was the absolute lack of new player information out there. So I just wanted to go over some things I learned about as a new player coming into this game. I haven't only played for a couple weeks. I am enjoying it. I look forward to playing it every day. And just give you a general review in case maybe some of the people who actually watch my videos want to play it too. Maybe try it out. I don't get anything for doing this. I just like the game and I just like playing it. So just a quick overview of the game. It is essentially a base builder slash hero collector. It's very interesting the way they do it. Now when you start off the game, you either pick Autobots or Decepticons to be your main faction. I'll get into that a little bit. But because whichever faction you pick, that's the faction you're going to be. You are mainly going to be, but you will get to collect the other side. This will be your alternate faction, as I found out. As you can see, I have a bunch of Decepticons already. You'll notice that there's 4-star, 3-star, and 2-star. Now, the weird thing about this game is that you can have both a 2, 3, even a 1, 4, and 5-star of every version. Like, for instance, here's Megatron at 2 stars that you get for automatically. Because I was willing to spend a little bit of money, I got a 4-star version of Megatron, in which case I'm going to work on the 4-star version. Not to say that the 2 stars have absolutely no value, especially as an early game player. You're going to have to build them up a little bit. You just don't want to put too much into them. You're pretty much going to be focusing on 3 stars a little bit, and if you get a 4-star, you absolutely put everything you can into them, assuming they're a decent bot. Because those are the ones you're going to build up over time and end up using, as I've been finding out from more veteran players of how this all works. So it is kind of weird like that you can have multiple versions of a character and have to get them at different star levels and pull them different star levels like that. Plus there are some different variations of the characters. For instance, there you can see a Shockwave who's this normal purple. I also have this other version of Shockwave which is like a yellowish thing. I forget what it was from. But you see, this after only a couple of weeks of playing, I at least have collected these characters, and I could use these characters in battle. There's even 1-stars. These are pretty much useless. Don't really work on them. Except when you're first starting, you're going to have to use them because you don't have a choice. So let's keep that in mind. Now, once you hit level 8, you can start collecting the alternate faction. For me, that is Autobots, and you'll actually have to collect the Autobots, and I have some 4-star Autobots, I have some 3-star Autobots, and you'll just get these are something you just kind of work on the side as you go along. You do need them for missions, though, and for things in the Battle Pass, essentially. Like I said, this game is a base builder. As you can see here, I have Alloy and Energon. The reason why the alloy is in red because I have the most I can possibly carry right now. I do like it that it doesn't force you to upgrade like all your defenses in order to upgrade your thing. There are certain things that need to be certain levels in order to progress. The main things being like the research building, your alloy and energon storage, actually, not the actual generators, which are, this is an energon generator, this is an alloy generator. And the scanner here actually opens up additional missions. There's also a story mode and stuff like that, as you'll see in a bit. But these are like my defenses. I could literally never touch these defenses, and I could be okay. But I need to get my player level up, which you can see is 28. My headquarters, on the other hand, is at level 9. I need to upgrade to 10. Now I need 670,000 alloy. I can only carry 610. Well, it doesn't exactly tell you this, but you need to upgrade your alloy storage. And it does limit you to how many you can have based on your headquarters level. So in one way, it's nice that it doesn't force you to upgrade things, but another way, it is kind of forcing you to upgrade things. And that's what I'm working on there. As soon as this is done in 9 hours and 51 minutes, I will be able to upgrade my headquarters and take that much time to do that stuff. So this is the base building thing. The other nice thing is that there are what these called build bots. You can have up to 5 of them, and I suggest you get all 5 of them as quick as you can. Of course, if you spend money, you'll get them a little bit quicker, but you can get them free to play as well. This is just so you can have 5 different things being upgraded at once. There's also a shuttle, and this is actually important to upgrade as well, because this increases your squad size. You can see I can't even upgrade it until I hit level 11, and then I can have a bigger squad when I go into a battle. Now this little green check mark means I have something done. So once you upgrade the scanner a little bit more, you get these little missions where you got to send your bots out on little missions to get a loot crate, some experience. You can see a lot of mine are already at max level. They hit max level when they hit a certain point where you need to research them. You can only research them so much before you need to upgrade your research facility. Now I have a new mission because that one completed. So I can send out bots. I need to get a minimum 500 power total. So it's going to be bots I'm either not really using or don't plan on using that day, or they just something or sometimes I just need to do it no matter what. So I'm going to throw a tantrum out here. I need to get a minimum 500 power, so it means I need roughly around 200 power. And there's not a whole lot of good choices, because I don't think this is going to be enough. Nope. So I'm going to have to go somebody a little bit better. And the reason why I'm leaving these two, I don't want to really touch these two because they still need experience, which would make sense, but I won't be able to use them while they're out on this mission. So I am willing to give up Slipstream. And they'll come back in 4 hours, and I'll be able to use them again or reassign them to another mission. You see over here, I also have the Autobot side. This is why you need to collect that alt faction, because you're going to be sending them out on these missions. You know, they get you something. You never know what you can get out of them. Now you get these things called crystals. You get some free crystals. These are how you get the different bots. Use your cyber coins, the premium chips. We'll get into those another time. But I get a free crystal, and I have that loot box also, which I need to open. It goes in a space bridge. Actually, that was an incredibly good one because 1,000 premium shards. That's essentially a free pull, not a free chance at a bot. The free crystal is not guaranteed. You can get stuff like this. You can get Spark, or you can get a bot. But this will be a good example of getting the premium one. I'm going to want to get the Decepticons. If you wanted to, you could do Autobots as well. I got a free crystal for Autobots also, so let's get that out of the way. And if you do get like a dupe of like a 2-star bot, which you already have, you will get 3-star crystals, which once you get enough of those, you can get a 3-star crystal, which is a guaranteed 3-star character. If you get a dupe of that, you'll then get a 4-star crystal fragments. And you get a 4-star crystal fragment, you get 4-star guaranteed, and eventually you can get to the highest, which is a 5-star. Those are a bit more rare. So now we have these 2 crystals. This is the free crystal. Let's open that one up first. And you can see that is a duplicate bot, and I got my shards. You also get these sparks, which you will need later on. You don't need them as much in the early game. I have tons of them right now. That will change once I get into the later game. So we're going to open up this other crystal. This is a guaranteed bot. You'll notice that if this bottom row just lights up, it's a 2-star. If this next row lights up, it's a 3-star, and this row lights up, it's a 4-star. Good luck on getting a 4-star. They are rare. Let's see what I get. You can see it only lit up once. I got a 2-star dupe, it looks like. If it had been a new one, it would have been full colored. So I just get some shards, and you get these things called cores, which are kind of like mods. In that they're static. You can upgrade them though to get even more things. So that's the basics there. Now there's also combiners. If you remember that from the series, there was different Autobots like the Constructicons, aerial bots. I forget I can remember like some other ones, but they combined to make a bigger robot. And those are called combiners, and they're in this game as well. They're pretty neat. And I'm about to get my first one, so let's go ahead and do it. But I'm going to need some more Energon. I've been upgrading my Energon just because I need 700,000 of it. So let's see what I have. I don't really want to waste Energon if I don't have to, so I can use 2 of these. Like I said, I got a bunch of resources because I spent... There is one purchase I highly recommend if you're going to play this game for a long term, and that is called the Joiner Bundle. It's $20, and it's kind of like a hyperdrive bundle. This is why I have so many bots, why I have 4-star bots and 3-star bots, because I got a lot out of it, plus a ton of resources that I'll need later on and can use right now as well. So we're going to go into the combiner lab to get my first combiner, which is, of course, Devastator. That's the other thing nice about the Joiner pack is you get all the bots you need to create Devastator at 3 stars, because you have to have them at 3 stars for the combiner stuff to work. So let's go and hit this button and see what happens. As you can see, the Constructicons are going to form Devastator. And essentially, this works like something you use at the quick at the, some part in battle. He lasts only so long. You do his abilities. He does a whole bunch of damage. I actually have tons of spark, so let's go ahead and upgrade him, since I am definitely going to be using him. So it's going to take a little bit before he's upgraded, because we essentially want to unlock other abilities eventually. So it's nice that we have him, but we can't really use him just yet. We'll have to wait. You get a little story whenever you unlock the bot or they get to a higher level. And I really like the graphics that they definitely look like the old G1 stuff that I grew up with. Oh, looks like I got a cyber coins, kind of like power cores. You can spend them to speed things up, spend them to get more crystals, and just do pulls. But let's actually look in the battle. Now there is a story mode that you do go through. I've pretty much hit my max of what I can hit, but you go through these little story modes. You don't have to worry about 3-starring or anything like that. You just need to complete them, and they get you some rewards. But yeah, you're going to see it's like, yeah, it's 6,000 my max. Well, I'm nowhere close to being able to do this one, and eventually I'll get to here, and finally you get into what they call Titans, which is like, if you remember Metroplex and Tripticon, those types of size, like city robots, the biggest ones of all. That's something much more farther into the game. As for battle, you're going to be mostly attacking a rival player, which means you're going to be attacking, in my case, attacking an Autobot base. Now I'm going to bring along somebody who maybe I need to get some experience on, along with my, just some other characters, who I happen to be using. Right now, I level up a lot of things. If farther into the game, you need actual squads that have like heal. There's different types of like the flatline here is a healer. You have the gunners. You have like the air support, and that comes in big when you're attacking a base because of how you get to them. So this is what makes it interesting, because every base is a little bit different depending on how what people have built, depending on what people have, how they laid it out. So you're going to have to look at the base, figure out where to attack. Now you can't actually control too much where your bots go, but you can control when they transform and use their abilities. Well, these are different little cores that power things up. And so you got to look at this like, which these defenses, which one I want to hit. But the ultimate thing is to get this base here. If you hit the base and destroy the base, that's it. The battle's over. You have won. So I'm going to deploy all of them out here, but I'm going to use this because this little shock tower here will stop them dead in the tracks. I want to use my flying ones to knock that out, because he knocks out the land ones. It will cause them to just stand there and look stupid. We're going to use another flying one just because you have to normally get past the walls, but anybody who can fly like this can hit defenses that you normally wouldn't get to. You do have to go through each level and kill off the things to get to wherever you're going. Now normally you can't really control them too well, but with Megatron or Optimus Prime on the other side, you can kind of direct a little bit of traffic. I'm directing them all right now to attack the base. And you can see I'm going to transform. He's going to transform right into the base. Now, don't worry if you pick Autobots or Decepticons, they all have the same abilities. There will be a counterpart on each side that have the same exact abilities. Megatron equals Optimus Prime, etc. You see, I destroyed the headquarters, so I won. Everything else just blows up. I get some Energon, I get some alloy, and you can just sit here and do that. Now, there is a limit to how much you can actually attack. Your bots do go on cooldown, plus you have what is called fuel cells. It costs like 5 fuel cells to attack. So having a wider roster will allow you to get more attacks in, but your bots are going to go on cooldown, so that's why you got to build up other bots in order to keep attacking, and build up those resources as you need. Very early on when I first started, it seemed like Energon and Alloy were major bottlenecks. They're not really. You get a lot from these missions now. You know, I got 50,000 right off the bat. I don't really, you know, I can just sit here and do whatever I want with that. 610,000 there. One of the things I forgot to mention is the research lab. The research lab is how you actually can upgrade them per 10 levels. Every 10 levels, you got to do a research on a bot. You got to throw it in there for a little while. And like the first one is like an hour. The next one's like 4 or 5 hours. I don't know what comes after that because I'm not that high. And eventually that will unlock future levels. Once they hit level 10, they have to get researched so they can get to 11. Then they hit 20. Then they have to get researched to 21, 30, 31. So that's why you got to make sure you're only really working on like 4 stars and maybe some 3 stars if they're good. Now there is a whole lot of different bots, and I've been ranting on here about this game for about 16 minutes already. Just some basic things like, you know, just going over this game, what it really is. It is an interesting game. I do find it interesting. You can play this pretty casual. You can spend money. There is raids as well. These come up once a week. There's also like an alliance war that also comes up once a week, and every weekend there is some kind of event, which are probably your best bets to level up your bots because they give a ton of bot experience. Raids are essentially just a giant base that you and your alliance have to all attack and hopefully do enough damage and eventually clear them. And of course, like I said, there is a battle pass. I think I've gone on long enough. Let me know if this kind of game interests you. I think I'm going to make some more content about it because, like I said, there's definitely a lack of new player information and just information in general in this game. And I am really liking it. So if you like it, play it. If not, it's not for you. That's fine too. If you'd like to see more about it, let me know as well. And until next time.